In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the Anbernic RG-35XX series, a line of portable consoles that promise to bring back the golden days of video games right into the comfort of your hands, at least in the advertising. Now, without further ado, let's begin our detailed comparison. First, let's talk about the heart of these devices, the technical specifications. Starting with the RG-35XX launched in 2022, which has a Cortex-A9 CPU that is in the class of mid-level processors with 4 cores and 4 threads operating at 1.6 GHz. Its GPU is a PowerVR, the same as a 4th-generation iPad from 2012. In addition, this device has 256 MB DDR3 RAM and a 3.5-inch IPS screen with 640 by 480 resolution. That said, its emulation power is this and indicates that SNES and PS1 games run at almost full speed, except for a slight delay in some SNES games with an FX chip and PS1 games in 3D, which is consistent with what you'd expect from this SoC's performance. However, this contradicts some videos on the internet which indicate that it is possible to run N64, PSP, and Dreamcast games in an acceptable way, but how is this possible? By changing its default operating system, such as changing to Batasura, which alters some graphic aspects, rendering, sound compression, and other things so that it works well. Of course, some games won't be as good, but you can still enjoy them. We're now talking about the 35XX Plus, launched at the end of 2023, which has a Cortex-A53 CPU with 4 cores and 4 threads, operating between 1.5 and 1.8 GHz and having these benchmark scores. The Cortex-A53 is a processor that offers a balance between energy efficiency and performance and can handle PSP game processing. As for the GPU, it has a 650 MHz Mali G31MP2, and these benchmark scores indicate that it can handle many games from more advanced consoles such as the Dreamcast and PSP. So here's the emulation power of this device, which confirms the technical specifications. Finally, this console has 1 GB LPDDR4 of RAM and a 3.5-inch IPS screen, with a 3,300 mAh battery. The previous console had a battery between 2,100 to 2,600. If you're wondering why the plus in the name, this may refer to the interchangeable battery, larger in terms of capacity and the small ergonomic improvements. Now the 35XX H, launched in January 2024, and the interesting thing is that I don't need to make the video so long just to increase the minutage, since in technical terms it is the same device as the previous one, the RG-35XX Plus, i.e. the same SoC, CPU, GPU, battery, and screen. But wait a minute, what the hell is that? There's a good change, yes, the letter H, and I'll explain. Although the RG-35XX H and RG-35XX Plus are very similar in terms of internal specifications, the main difference between them is the design orientation. The 35XX H has a horizontal design and is equipped with analog sticks, which may be preferable for games that use these controls. The Plus also supports games that use analog sticks, but the design can be vertical. The choice between a horizontal or vertical design is usually a personal preference, which can be influenced by the type of games the user intends to play and the desired ergonomics. Considering the 3 devices, the difference between them is between $10 and $12, with the most expensive being the H version. The first version with modification is fine, but it's not up to the level of the other 2, so I hope this video has helped you get a better view of this series. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing. Until next time.